You are now live streaming. Welcome back to the Dave Knows Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the one, the only, David Lee. And we're experimenting right now to see if this newfangled technology of the World Wide Web is actually working.
Ooh.
And it seems like it is not still.
I got an alert.
What? Oh, you did?
I did get an alert that said that you are live.
Why don't I have one?
Because maybe...
My phone's busticated?
Do you not follow yourself?
No.
You should always follow yourself.
Well, then I can't precede myself if I follow myself. All right. How do you know that wasn't a different? Maybe you're just getting a text message.
Well, let's see here. Dave Knows Wrestling Live.
Oh, okay, it is. Oh, and the thumbnail's the wrong thumbnail, but okay, it's good. Okay, we're testing out new technology right now and trying to get things going. It seems that it's going okay, despite the fact that the thumbnail is completely wrong.
That's all right.
It's an old thumbnail, and I did not realize I had it up there as the default thumbnail.
Well,
Okay, so we're trying something new out for the live stream. We're having camera in camera, picture in picture, and we're doing something new. And we're experimenting, still working out all the little struggles here. I'm your host, David Lee, and this is the co-host, special guest today, Mike McCarthy.
hello, how are you doing? Sorry, it took me a second there.
He's going to be fumbling around with all of the new technology bits as we try to figure this out. Now, Mike has actually been my instructor here, and he's the one who taught me about digital editing, and he has also been listed as technical director, technical supervisor for several of the videos here, and he's been a big, big help with the launch of this channel, so couldn't have done it without him.
Hey,
So now you're finally on the show.
finally.
Even though
Really?
you were in the show in the background for one
In
episode.
the background, one episode. I need my royalties.
Well, we need to start
Yeah.
we need to start
We
getting
all,
some.
right?
Exactly. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oh, hey, the live chat. Bring up the live chat. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
bear
you
with.
control.
Yeah, bear
So you
with.
got your channels down there and just hit the push live. And
Okay, so I'm going to be in the
thank you for
driver's
bearing
seat.
with us.
Yes, seriously, thank you. Hey, Amy Moore. Hey, Raw Reflex. Thumbs up right away. You guys are the best. Thank you for the thumbs up. Even though we're still testing the waters, I like that you guys thumbs up. Mario, very nice to see you. Thank you, Mario, for that tip on the Talk is Jericho podcast. I'm going to give you a little more credit eventually, later on. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. And why does it say Battleground? I know, the thumbnail is totally wrong. I did not realize that was left up there. This has been an impromptu thing. We're testing out some new technology. But thank you for coming on, and thank you for bearing with us.
How's the audio sound? That's one thing. We got some people out there who are actually listening.
Yes.
Is it mic? Hopefully it's these mics and not the camera mic. It's kind of hard for us to tell, so that'd be great if you guys could help us out.
Yeah, tell us how the audio sounds, because we're testing this out. So I would...
Maybe come in more of a...
Right.
We can throw up some clips. We can get a little more crazy. Hope Dave push this channel even more.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, and exactly. We'll be able to slide in graphics and designs and all that stuff. Mics are great. All right. Thank you, Test.
All right.
Future predictions, Teslas. Okay. I don't get this Thor meets Walking Dead versus vacuum cleaner salesman thing they're doing with Harper and Rowan. That's...
Yeah. I kind of like it, though. It's weird, but at the same time, I don't know. I like it. They're not really, it's not much different than what they were.
Well, no.
Now they just carry sledgehammers and talk.
But I don't know. I've never been much of a LARPer. None of the whole LARPing phase thing.
Right.
It's just not my deal.
I thought that was like a Harper combination.
Harper LARPer.
The live action.
Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Is that what they're doing?
It's what it seems like. It seems like they're cashing on that whole Force thing. And plus, they hated each other last we checked. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did like the more like the Southern Justice, the repackaged Godwins. I liked the more on the, tough, Southern dude kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't need the mythical...
Right.
Yeah, whatever. I liked Bray Wyatt when he was more Deliverance. I liked these guys. It was kind of that same thing. That's creepy, man. That's creepier than any science fiction, any kind of horror thing that you bring up.
Right.
I feel.
Yeah.
Personally. If a deep Southern guy, that's...
Yeah, if you're down the backwoods and all of a sudden it's Deliverance time, that's scarier to me.
You see, I'm scared. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, I just realized I'm not really fumbling around with this technology as much as I could be, so I'm going to start clicking things. All right, so we got some more comments. Wyatt family, kings of the retcon. That's true, because Sister Abigail now was never a thing.
Yeah.
They just pretended that never happened, which is good because I didn't want that to happen. Well, Mario, good at finding stuff in interviews. Yes, you are. Thank you. Just watched Daniel Bryan doing the one chip challenge. The one chip challenge is the challenge. It's the new. It's like a new ASL.
I gotcha.
But ALS thing, but it's like it's a tortilla chip, a one chip, but it's packed with.
Oh, that's super hot.
Yeah.
Off. Yeah.
It's. I think
Ghost pepper.
I don't know how many of them there are, but I saw one that was inside of a bag, inside of another bag. Like Doc,
Why
Doc Brown in Back to the Future when he was opening up the plutonium.
Why would people do that? Why?
I have a friend that I think might be able to just eat and say, it's got a little kick and that's it.
No way.
That friend eats straight up wasabi and just goes, oh, that's okay.
I like the wasabi.
Yeah, but do you eat it raw?
Yeah, I'll eat it raw.
I mean, straight up.
That's a different burn.
It is.
You know, that's the horseradish in the nose clear you out burn than the.
Ooh.
I need a glass of milk.
Tesla has an interesting question for us. Okay, they wanted to know the best PG era pay-per-view.
Best PG
era. Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Stop trying to make LARPer Harper. Stop trying to make LARPer happen. Okay, so yeah, what you got for best PG era pay-per-view while we're thinking? Oh, yes. Okay. Actually, wait, we got another question. See, it moves fast. Moves fast. Okay, so do we have any information on Paige? Yes, allegedly the story with Paige is she was backstage at Raw. There is photographic evidence to prove this, but the problem is when it came to Paige, the rumor has it that she posted a lot of things on social media revealing her surprise for Raw, so they've decided to take it away because she ruined the surprise. So that's what they're saying. What do you think about the social media blitz?
I don't even want to get into social media stuff. You can't believe that stuff.
You're on social media now.
I know. I understand that. The irony is not wasted. All right? I don't know.
I'll just say,
I think good. You know what? Take it away. I don't like knowing beforehand any of this stuff. I'd rather them never reveal anything. I like the surprise. I don't like when you come in and you'll say, oh, well, I heard this, and especially when the rumors end up being true, it's like, I missed out on the surprise. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really watch too much of it. I try not to pay attention to any of that stuff, just because I watch this for the surprise. It's like you wouldn't read a book or see a movie if you knew everything that was going to happen, all the exciting stuff.
So you think she should be punished for revealing the surprise?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Don't ruin that. Don't ruin that for me as a fan. That's how I feel.
My biggest thing is, if she was supposed to come out yesterday, yes. It's 1 week removed from the UK tour, which she is from the UK. Why wouldn't they have just done it there? Wouldn't that have made sense?
It would have made sense, but maybe that's a double punishment for her.
Yeah,
and it's always better. I like to bring back at a pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view should have an moment.
See,
Hell in the Cell moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the WrestleMania moment. I think they should all have that big one.
But I kind of like them appearing on, making a surprise return on Raw so they can hype the match for the pay-per-view. That way I know who she's going against for a pay-per-view.
I like it all. I just don't like to know beforehand.
Okay.
That's basically it. Surprise me. That's why I've always told you I like a Monday night belt change, which we've been seeing like crazy tonight. We saw another one tonight. I like that. The surprise. I don't want it to be predictable. Shake it up, man. Shake it up.
I feel you. Gonna hold on. Just move this a little bit because you're getting kind of cut off. No, you're moving too far.
Right,
move that one.
Move all over the place.
Okay, so Bray is trying to be low club. Hey, Jenna, how you doing? Hey, Arthur. Has it happened yet? Has what happened yet? There more deliverance, wrong turn. I should probably also start pushing buttons and switching things around. Okay, yes, we're still working this.
Push live to change it.
Yeah.
The one on the right is the screen that they're seeing.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, the one on the screen on the right, where I'm the little guy right now.
So I haven't changed anything
so
far.
No, you haven't changed anything. So,
okay,
all right, now see where it says push live above scene 3? Sorry, guys. Just working this out.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Now it's just you.
Oh, okay, so I have to prime it here and then switch it up.
And then switch it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't understand.
All right, so I haven't switched anything yet, so that's amazing.
You got to see a lot of me.
So now we're moving.
Back to the original.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so so now you know who's been on the show. All right.
This is good entertainment.
Yeah, this is newfangled technology in the wild world of
we'll
web.
have it perfected.
Hey, the official AC. Why does Paige ruin all my hopes? She's gonna get herself released. She's young, Young people sometimes make mistakes, and it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily the worst things in the world, but it does lead to consequences sometimes.
It should.
It should.
And you know what? I'm not a big Paige fan, so it doesn't really bother me that she's.
I think that's crazy. I don't know why you're not a big. Why aren't you a big Paige fan?
You know what it is? I think the biggest thing is that yell. The yell that she does, the whole thing. I don't like it.
But it's her house.
It doesn't matter. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know what? It's my house. How about that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big Paige fan. Never have been. Hey, man, that's my opinion.
That's fair enough.
I don't like her.
Okay, so the best PG era pay-per-view. I'm gonna have to get back into you. I'm not sure because I'm trying to think. I know there's a pay-per-view not that long ago that I really enjoyed, and I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, what one was it that was like, dang?
I don't remember.
I enjoyed Hell in the Cell. I thought recent Hell in the Cell was good.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not
and
bad.
I like the twist at the end. We bring those two back. I still think that's going to be a WrestleMania stab in the back again for revenge for Sami Zayn. I really think that's what's going to happen. He's going to
he should
help him win a title, and then blam. I think it's just, and he's going to finally get to do everything that Owens did to him, and he's going to get his revenge, and everyone's going to love it because now they're trying to make him that. Oh, you're with Kevin Owens, and now you're a jerk too,
Right,
so,
right.
And then it's going to be the turnaround. I love you.
Oh.
I love you again, Sammy. You're so great, and
The bromance continues.
yeah, and and here's a U.S. belt for you, Troubles.
Yeah, when's he gonna get any kind of gold?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see they're wrestling tonight because it seemed like when they got sent home from the tour, that could have been bad.
Yeah.
Okay, who takes? Okay, let's catch up with the chat because this has definitely been rolling on, and I've been no, that's me too. Yeah, it's not like I normally do where I can have the chat looking up, so I'm a little slower with the chat with us, just to let you guys know. What do you enjoy more, Raw or SmackDown?
Cameras a little more.
Yes.
Will that make it easy?
Oh yeah, that definitely.
All right, there we go. We'll free up Dave so we can talk.
Okay, what do you enjoy more, Raw or SmackDown? But I also have to. I have to scroll down for the chat too. So
all right, just leave me up in the corner.
Okay.
We'll switch one.
I'll switch when I remember it. What do you enjoy more, Raw or SmackDown?
I say SmackDown.
I normally do, but a couple of months, it's getting better. But there was a couple of month period in the past couple of months since the shakeup. It hasn't been as good.
I like SmackDown.
I'll stick with SmackDown, but it's
I
rough.
think that extra hour is hard to fill.
It is.
And it kind of drags on a little bit. If they did a whole hour of just, mix in just women's or something like that, I think they should build a women's tag team division, and that's where they should test it out and do that. And you could bring in a little more of the 205. But sometimes that 3 hours is just like, oh, let's just get to the final match,
Right.
That's why I like SmackDown. It moves along, boom, boom, boom.
That's
and
true.
But it's not too fast. You're still getting a storyline. You're still getting some backstage stuff. You're getting good matches. I like SmackDown.
Okay, so
And I like Blue. No.
I knew we were trying to do. I know I was trying to do a watching SmackDown with us kind of thing, and it seems like I'm not really paying all that much attention to SmackDown right
I
now.
don't think really anything was happening too much.
No,
There's a
but
Brock commercial.
yeah, I just noticed that too.
That you noticed.
Yeah. What are they doing with Jason Jordan? How they're making him look like a crybaby in Raw. Took some acting skills. I gotta admit, he did make him look a little soft, but I'm very intrigued to see where it's going. I do want to know what's going to happen.
Well, Kurt was a bit of a crybaby too. You know what I mean?
It's an interesting storyline. They are salvaging the whole thing pretty well.
I don't get it.
I mean, I hear you. Jason Jordan did look a little weak. I'm not arguing that, but yeah. Spoiler alert for SmackDown Live. There's an open spot on the women's. People are pointing out that they're with Charlotte now as champion. That leaves her spot open. Now, I'm assuming Natty's taking over, but maybe not.
They'll bring somebody new in?
Some people. I guess the obvious thing is maybe Paige. Saying she young has to go to excuse for like.
Mae Young?
Somebody from the May.
Kyrie, move her right in.
She's got the no. She's going to be wrestling on Takeover the night before. They can't.
So?
Yeah, they could, but I wouldn't.
They could. I would.
I wouldn't.
But I still want to see her and Asuka
She's
team up
trash.
and just destroy the whole women's division.
Wow.
Both sides. Let them be free agents and just roam around, and they're their own faction.
Jenna Lee here says she's trash. She's totally with you on the Paige thing. Not liking Paige.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paige.
Arthur.
Don't give in to the peer pressure. Paige isn't that good.
Arthur, they had a commercial for Guy Fieri's cooking show where he goes to restaurants. I thought it was going to be an introductory vignette. Like a vignette for Guy Fieri is a wrestler. Now there's an interesting. However, as a wrestler, I might take Emerald. I like Emerald's chances. Solid guy.
I don't know.
Solid guy, charismatic.
He's a solid guy. He's a little old right now, but
no, in his prime. But
I think you gotta go with Bourdain, man. He's just grimy and gritty, and he drinks whiskey all the time. Probably's been in a lot of street fights.
I'd like him as a manager.
Yeah, but I'm saying like as a. No, I
like him as
he would be just that kind of.
That's not bad.
Almost like an older, like he would be Corey Graves' dad. That would be his character.
That's fair. The first hour role should be an undercard, just pure exhibition, no exhibition matches with no storylines. Yeah. I kind of like that. That's what I liked about the Cruiserweight tournament. It was just mostly matches and more wrestling focused, because a lot of these guys are very athletic, but they can't really talk, and I don't need them to. That's not a bad.
I agree with that, because then no storylines, but maybe that's where that could be the breeding ground for the storyline. If these two are wrestling well against each other,
right?
Then, hey, let's try and start to talk, guys, and move you up to hour 2. It's a good idea, whoever that was. Give that guy a raise.
So Mr. John here says that he agrees with you that Paige is overrated. So you got another one.
See? The people know. The people know.
The people know?
They know.
I think I'm going to make it where it's just going to be these two shots, and we're just going to go back and forth between these two shots.
All right.
And I like that I'm clicking them as I say it. I'm sure that's not annoying. Not annoying for the people watching.
Boom.
Okay.
Just go back and forth as fast as you can.
I like Paige, but she has no common sense. Okay.
I don't like the whole character. I don't like that whole goth, pale, black.
I know, I feel you on that, but I think she could take a beating pretty well. She's a tough girl. She has a decent offense.
You know what? I can't get by just her character to enjoy her wrestling. You know what I mean? I like her. She has a great finisher. I like that whatever.
She has a bunch of moves that I think are good.
Yeah, but I think there's much better women's wrestlers though that are there.
But I think I think there are worse.
Yeah, well, of course there are. I mean, but that's all throughout. So what you're saying is she's basically an average wrestler.
I think she's high. I think she's higher than that. I think she's higher.
She's better than Charlotte?
No.
Do you think she's better than Sasha Banks? You're crazy.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have even paused that long.
I kind of do, only because
Sasha Banks and Bayley put on 2 of the greatest matches. Probably of, I don't want to say all time, but in a long time.
No, agreed. The Sasha Banks and Bayley match is really good, but here's my thing about it is Bayley, I think, is better than Paige. I do think Bayley's better than Paige. But my biggest thing about it is
the American version of Paige.
My thing about Sasha is the reason why I don't put her there is because Paige is at least a bigger girl. She can pick up people. She can carry them around. Whereas Sasha Banks ain't lifting nobody.
She ain't lifting nobody, but she can take.
I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying Sasha's bad. I'm just saying she has a limitation. There's that the strength, the lack of strength is her limitation. Where Paige doesn't have that. Yeah. And Paige does submission moves well too.
Right.
So that's my thing. She has.
Taking Sasha Banks.
And that's fair. I get it.
If those two were wrestling and Sasha loses, I'd be like, BS. That's wrong. Let me write for the show. I think she's better. So that's 3 women already we've named better. Who else? Asuka's obviously better.
Yeah. Well, I think she's better. I think she's better than Alexa Bliss.
I think she's better than everyone.
No, I think
she might be better than some of the guys.
No, I'm saying I think Paige is better than Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss though has come a long way.
She has.
If you look at her back in NXT with Blake and Murphy till now, I was surprised that they gave her the belt actually, and now the more I watch her, it's like, all right, you're a good heel. You can take a beating. I like it. I like her. Yeah, I'm not saying she's great. All right. You're right. Paige could beat her.
There's someone said that my shotgun guy here favors Michael Hayes. Are you a Michael Hayes guy? Did someone pick that up just from looking at you?
Michael Hayes? What?
The Freebirds.
Right. Oh, no. I don't care about it. No.
I just thought that was a funny observation. I don't know, but I think it's funny.
Michael Hayes, no. I never got into the Freebirds either. I was never a Freebirds guy.
I'm going to have to change the description. Oh, New Day's coming up. I am attempting to try and do a live commentary. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it or not.
Yeah,
as a lifelong Bret Hart fan, I absolutely agree with you. I missed what that guy said. I apologize. But, yeah, John P., good for you for whatever you said. if it's Bret Hart related and positive. It seems like Paige really wanted to be a female Sheamus when she came in against AJ Lee. Oh, because she beat up AJ Lee really quickly and took the belt. Yeah, that was but in terms of a surprise, that was a fun surprise. She took the belt off of AJ really quickly, and that kind of endeared Paige.
I don't like.
And plus, she was a Dusty girl. She was I'm a sucker for like the Dusty training. Yeah. Dusty Rhodes really, was one of her biggest mentors, and I don't know. And same thing with Bayley, which is why I like Bayley.
I like Bayley.
Yeah, the Dusty Rhodes training kind of gets her past a certain point.
I hear you. I don't see it, man. She's just meh.
Okay, Asuka, she's going to make the women's champion one day. Yeah, I would really like it if Asuka just beats everybody on Team SmackDown by herself, and that's just the way it ends. And that's kind of what.
Fantastic.
But that's what I was kind of saying
and
about.
Then turns on the other one and I just want to see Asuka
just murderize everybody
and go to every show. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see her and when Kyrie finally gets on the roster, it's just those two tearing it apart, and that's the genesis of the female tag team division. Listen to me, dang it.
And I was just saying, I think that's the reason why, I was saying I think that was the reason why Charlotte might have won, is because maybe they want to keep Charlotte and Asuka away from each other. So I think that's a possibility.
But why would you keep them away?
Why waste it on a SmackDown, on the Survivor Series match when you could get that's a WrestleMania match.
That is a WrestleMania.
So hold off on it.
You're right.
Okay, hold on here. John says, Jenna, but as a guy who was going to wrestle him, what? We're talking about Teddy Hart there, and Jenna says Teddy's Teddy is an amazing guy. First of all, I know him in person. Teddy's a great guy. Okay, he might have had issues in the past, but Teddy is a really cool guy. Teddy now, and that's the only Teddy I can speak of. Teddy Hart now, great dude. Really, really nice guy, and will be there for his fans. He believes in wrestling. Teddy Hart, really good guy. I'm going to say that right now. I cannot make that any clearer. Teddy Hart is amazing.
All right. Teddy Hart.
Yeah. Okay, twice. Once for my what? Did WWE give up on the Ascension? Yes, a very long time ago, which makes me sad.
Stinks.
Yeah, I liked them.
They had a great gimmick.
Teddy's not a douche. Man.
That dude don't know.
Yeah. But okay. The Ascension really, especially
that was. I hate when they do that. These guys were unbelievable, unstoppable for a long time.
In NXT, yeah.
Through both genesis of this team, and now it's like you're the punchline on a punchline. You know what I mean? They're not even the main punchline for the Fashion Police.
Ooh, Frostbit 17 brings up an interesting point. Okay. Points out how that Asuka didn't lose the NXT title; it was just taken from her because of injury. Right. He points out that Paige also had a title taken off of her that she did not lose. He points out that could be a story there. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I hear you. That wouldn't be a bad match. I like what you're saying, but I don't care about Paige.
With inflammatory comments. Everyone just wants to talk about Teddy Hart. Teddy, like I said, Teddy understands.
Teddy Hart alone.
Teddy understands independent wrestling and why independent wrestling is good. Who's my favorite wrestler? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're all like he's the money maker.
No, it's not just why.
I hear it.
Albert said the same thing, that he hates Hogan, but he still picked Hogan.
Exactly. We pick people rationally, not with our heart.
He's our favorite wrestler. If you look at the dollar amount, the bottom line, you will see the highest dollar amount.
Bottom line. So
the highest dollar amount goes to Austin.
I know.
I know.
I don't know who I would say my favorite wrestler is. I always liked Piper. Piper's
awesome. Not a bad answer.
I don't know who, in which era. You know what I mean? Overall, for all time,
yeah.
Is yours is what's his name?
It's Austin,
Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Stone Cold's up there. I think I just liked him more because he was drinking beer and flipping people off.
Count it if it goes.
I mean, hey, whatever it takes. But all-time favorite wrestler, huh?
I mean, Piper's not a bad pick, and you are a Piper dude. My dad is a huge Piper fan.
I like Piper, man. I remember, that's the first guys I remember, man. You know what I mean? 8 years old, Channel 9, WOR. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Saturdays.
Roddy Piper wrestled a bear.
Roddy Piper was awesome. Piper's Pit is really what it was. It was awesome.
All right, let's see what else is there. Dave knows Teddy. Interesting. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Guess that Teddy knows wrestling. Yeah. Hearing Teddy talk about independent wrestling and hearing him, as I said, I can only speak to the time I known him, and he's always been great to me. great guy. So I can only speak to that. Teddy Hart is a fantastic guy, and if any bad rap to it is a different story. But Teddy Hart, great guy. Do you think Raven should have been WWE champion?
Raven.
It's a good.
Awesome.
It's a good question. But is he heavyweight championship worthy?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. He wasn't ECW definitely.
No.
And
I see U.S. belt champion material. I don't see him leading a show as full-fledged champion. I like him, man. I was always a Raven fan. I always liked Raven.
Arthur is mentioning that we're showing our age.
That's okay, man. I'm old. What, the gray in the beard doesn't show my age? Is anyone out there thought I was 18? If you did, I love you. Other than that, nah. Yeah, I'm old. Of course I'm old.
Because the thing for me is when it comes to Raven,
Superstar Billy Graham, damn.
I wish Raven came back to WWE when he was younger.
Right. Now
Like,
beat up.
like when he was Johnny Polo in WWE, he was like a much bigger guy.
Right.
And then he became Raven, and that was cool. That was a better character. I wish it lined up in a different way.
Right.
And when he came to WWE after WCW folded and all that stuff, it wasn't the same time period. But like Raven during the Stone Cold time, 1998,
Was awesome.
that if Raven was there then,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
So it depends on what you mean.
But I don't think he was, like I said, I don't think his character was big enough to be a champion. I mean, I guess Jinder Mahal they put as a champion, but
Try being 34, trying to train young ones. Oh, okay.
what?
He's talking about his age. I'm assuming he's 34, training young.
Train them young ones to do what?
Wrestling.
Oh,
But in case you haven't, I mean, the kids we teach aren't that much younger, but,
yeah.
well, I mean, depends on what he means by young ones. Anyway,
Yeah.
36, too old. Yeah, 36 is interesting. Raven,
36? Great. Thank you.
I think she meant me.
Damn it.
Raven's run in TNA was okay. Yeah, okay. That's a fair assessment. Raven's best WWE match was his WrestleMania X7 match with the Big Show and Kane. That was surprisingly entertaining, and I hated the idea at first. I thought it was dumb. I really liked Raven stuff with DDP and Chris Benoit. I'm not a big DDP fan. I know I say I defend him for certain reasons. Like his match against Goldberg at Halloween Havoc, I thought was good.
No, that dude's the worst.
I mean, I don't hate him, but I do.
Dean Ambrose's dad.
Do you want to see War Games as a Survivor Series match? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. No, I think it's a great age. Oh, he thinks it's a great age. Okay, good. But yes, I would like to see that. I would really like to see War Games and I want 2 teams. I don't want this 3-on-3-on-3 nonsense. I mean, I'll take it. It's been way too long. I'll take this match just because I want to see it on NXT. But yeah, I would love it if Survivor Series brings it back and we don't have to listen to them. We're watching SmackDown right now, but the sound is off because we don't want to get sued, and also because I'm sick and tired of hearing the one night a year where Raw and SmackDown go head to head. I'm also tired of hearing that.
Yeah, it is the one night a year. Great. No, it isn't.
How many times we see it? Okay, we're taking 16 on up, and no, they don't listen. Oh, okay, he's teaching high schoolers, and they don't listen.
Of course they don't. Why would they?
Why would they?
Yeah.
What's the best now-defunct WWE television shows? So not talking about pay-per-view matches. You're talking about just shows that don't exist anymore. Okay, that's...
Tuesday Night Titans.
See, that's not bad, because that's very similar to my answer.
That's showing my age again.
I was going to say Primetime Wrestling, and they're almost the same show.
Yeah.
Because I liked it when they had just one guest star or 2 guest stars that would show up as wrestlers and just talk a little bit. Yeah, that was kind of a nice format. I thought it was a nice format. The best War Games match was from Wrestle War in 1992. That's a very solid answer. I got no beef with that. My only... that's fine. It's such a tough call, though, because it wasn't the whole match itself, but I really, really liked 1996, I believe. Yeah, 1996, when Sting just left everybody. Oh, yeah, I should be flipping these buttons.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm caught up with the chat, so you can do that as much as you want now.
While you're talking, you should be the big screen.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, yeah, I keep forgetting to switch this. Too many things going. The chat's caught up, so like I said,
Right,
you could
right.
do it as much as you want now.
We'll do
The SmackDown, the War Games where Sting turned on Ric Flair and WCW because they kept accusing him of joining the NWO when they had the fake Sting. That was really good. I mean, the entire match led to that one moment, and that one moment kind of carries it, but I really like that. Hey, Alex, thanks for having you back here.
All right. Welcome, Alex.
Welcome. Shotgun Saturday Night. Someone said Shotgun Saturday Night. I have very little memories of that show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I was busy doing things on Saturday night. No.
That's right.
On further review, he might look more like Shane Douglas. Oh, someone's pointing out that you look like... Oh, he was saying that you looked like Michael Hayes, and now he's saying he thinks you look more like Shane Douglas.
I look like Michael Hayes? Jesus.
You look more like Shane Douglas than Michael Hayes.
All right.
I think that's a compliment.
Is it? Okay.
I think that's an upgrade.
All right.
He was the franchise. He had Francine.
All right. I'm one of them. I guess.
But no one else is like no one seems to be agreeing or disagreeing. So maybe it's just him who thinks you look like Shane Douglas.
Yeah, is that a good thing? Does he think it's a good thing?
I don't know. He's not saying anything. When are we going to see the least drawing wrestling? Oh, he wants to know when we're going to see the worst wrestling draws.
What?
The worst money draws in wrestling history. Now that I did the best one.
Oh, the worst.
I'm
going with.
It's going to be a guy I can't even think of because he's so low on the totem pole. Action Zone was awesome. Ooh, not bad.
D. Jones.
I feel like there has to be some special delivery Jones fan out there.
Right.
Was Wrestle War 92 the one with the Dangerous Alliance? Could WWE bring back Heat and Philosophy? I don't even see why. I was Sunday night Heat guy. Okay, I got to catch up. Looks like Dean Douglas to me. That's the same guy as Shane Douglas. Dave, how did you get Shane Douglas? All right, everyone chime in with the Shane Douglas thing.
All right. Shane Douglas.
He'd suck.
Let's see. Why don't you add a text and put my name under it? All right, where's text?
All right, right there.
All right.
Jeff Jarrett. He doesn't look. He definitely.
Like
you definitely don't look like
crazy.
They were both compliments. I like Earthquake.
Type it and be like, this is not Shane Douglas.
He said they were both compliments. He says he looks like Earthquake, and that's not a compliment.
Ooh,
So he said he's willing to
all right.
type in what?
All right, never mind. I took it down.
Okay.
It's too much.
Who win in a fight in WCW between Shockmaster and Black Scorpion? An actual fight, because I think Typhoon wins because he's, like 400 pounds. Black Scorpion, on the other hand, just out of general principle because of who the Black Scorpion really was, I'm going with him.
I don't know.
The kickoff show starts before pay-per-views on WWE Network. Practically replaced Sunday Night Heat. That's a very good point. That with the kickoff show, that is your Sunday Night Heat.
Sometimes the kickoff show has better matches than the pay-per-view.
Yeah, like SummerSlam with New Day and Usos.
Yeah, like
that's the best kickoff thing I think ever happened.
Maybe that was the one we were thinking about. I think SummerSlam was really good this year.
SummerSlam's main event.
One recently where where it was like, dang.
Well, the main event was good with Braun Strowman flipping over tables and beating up Brock and everything. The pre-show was good, but I didn't like the Nakamura Jinder match. That was boring. I mean, not surprisingly, but
that's
fine. Done. No, Jeff Jarrett was the worst. Oh no, they were saying
Jeff Jarrett was the worst.
He was saying Jeff Jarrett was the worst money draw. He wasn't saying you look like.
Okay,
okay.
You know what? You might be right because Jeff Jarrett is the worst. He is the worst.
Who would win between The Rock and Shawn Michaels? The Rock. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
How is that a question? The Rock could eat Shawn Michaels. The Rock's bigger. He played football. He's actually tougher.
I never was a Shawn Michaels fan.
No, and I've made it very clear on this channel multiple times that I can't stand him. And I'm telling you,
I think it was his song and his voice.
The chaps are not helping.
Like, I'm out.
The chaps aren't. Yeah.
Bad person.
And he is.
Yeah, I know. I never. Shawn Michaels.
I was watching a video today of Rob Van Dam talking about how he doesn't care for Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I agree with him. Rob Van Dam.
How did you get? He does not look like Pete Gas. I met Pete Gas though. Pete Gas, not a bright dude. Do you remember the Mean Street Posse?
Yeah.
He thinks you look like one of them.
Kind of. It sounds familiar.
Yeah. I was outside of a Raw. We're trying to get some autographs or whatever, and the only guy out there was Pete Gas.
Was that wasn't the... Who the hell were they?
He was Shane's buddies.
That was Shane's boys, right?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what he looks like. I look like everybody. I just have that face.
I asked him, hey, is the Mean Street... This was after they stopped. They hadn't been on TV in a while. So I was like, hey, are you guys going to be on... The Mean Street Posse going to be on Raw tonight? This was before the show. And he just goes, I don't know.
What's wrong?
Yeah, and had trouble speaking, so I just Yeah.
A couple shots to the head.
Are you all really trying to figure out who he looks
Now, who
like?
do I look
Obviously,
like with the hat on?
obviously, it's a younger Ole Anderson. Ole Anderson.
All right, I'll take that.
That's not bad.
Take that. Do I look now? What do I look like?
I was gonna say you look more like an Anderson than Carl Anderson
I would
than
say-
Carl Anderson does.
Yeah. What if I move the hair
Ole.
to the other side?
Other
Does that
side?
look like somebody?
I don't know why no one does this when it's like Albert or Kyle when Kyle was on the show.
Well, because they know. They know what's up.
How did you get Daniel Bryan on the stream? Now it's Daniel
I
Bryan.
would love to have Daniel Bryan's beard, man. Are you kidding me? I could be like Daniel Bryan's fat older brother.
Shane Douglas is hot. That's a compliment. Oh,
Yeah.
do you like JBL and Ron Simmons? I like Ron Simmons.
But,
I like Ron Simmons.
yeah, I mean, wrestling JBL or announcer JBL? Oh, what's going on here?
Oh,
Show up?
Shield. Oh yeah. So, they're right. The final match that I was gonna commentate on, which I'm not commentating on, and we're just getting the visual.
What's gonna happen here?
A half Raw, half Shield shirt. That looks despicable.
I told you this 2 weeks ago. I'm already over the whole Shield thing, dude. I'm over it.
But this is the way it had to go down. Though.
I know.
This
but
had
like,
to go down.
Good.
They've had zero. I know this was a last minute thing, but they've had very little hype for the Shield versus New Day, which is a good match. I want to see that.
Right. Oh yeah, me too.
But with Roman being having the sniffles or whatever, they didn't have a lot of time to really build this match up the way so they got to do something big.
No, I hear you. But I'm not even just this. I'm just, I think I'm just over the Shield. It has two of my least favorite wrestlers in it, so that also.
What next are we going?
Are you kidding me? Why are these guys just 5 dudes in the ring? Why are they afraid of the Shield?
My thing is, why does Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn care? Like, can't they just? There you go. Okay,
There
good.
you go.
Well done. Call
See?
that well. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. All right. Fine.
All right.
But now, what is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn going to do for Survivor Series? Can they really not be on the show? Sami Zayn hasn't been on a lot of pay-per-views, but Kevin Owens...
Usos. Yeah. Oh, no.
What?
They just jumping the Usos.
Yeah, but who's jumping to Usos? Because Roman Reigns and the Usos are cousins. Ooh. I want to know how they're playing that up.
What I think's going to happen with Owens and Zayn is they're going to do something to help Raw win, and Monday they have just switched over to Raw.
Interesting.
That's what I think's going to happen.
I kind of do want Owens back on Raw.
I think that they're going to betray the whole show. That's how bad of a guy that Kevin Owens is. He will betray the whole roster.
I like that.
That's what I think.
That's actually pretty good.
What do you think?
What do you guys think about what's
Nia was
Sami
hurt.
Zayn? No, she came back. They worked out a deal. Rumor has it Adrian Neville might be coming back too.
Okay. He needs to be back because he needs to usher in the rebirth of Rey Mysterio.
Why are they beating up Lana? Why not? I'm calling it Zayn and Owens screw SmackDown. Oh, someone agrees with you? Okay. They're trying to sell merch at the table. What happened to The Rock? He didn't wrestle in a while. Movies happened and more money. Here's your options. Half fake getting beat up for some money or completely fake getting beat up for lots of money. Which of these two things
Actually,
you
you don't
choose?
even get beat up. Somebody else stands in and beats
Yeah,
beat
there
up
you
for
go. Completely fake it.
There we go.
I hope this is better orchestrated than the other invasion. Wow.
Ooh, Asuka's on that.
Was that
Jeez.
that was Nia with pigtails?
Yeah.
She looks like even bigger and normal. She looks even taller with pigtails for some
Where
reason.
is the whole SmackDown roster? Why are they not already out there? They're there already.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like at least when SmackDown invaded, it was all backstage, jumped them. They're in the middle of the ring, man. Where are you guys?
Freddie Mega X also says, "Yep, there's totally with you on the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens thing."
There we go.
Twist plot. It's the Young Bucks. Yeah, or I wish. Okay, full on. This is very strange. The Shield is because I didn't like how the Shield kind of got punked out, but now was that Erica?
I think that was the heating ducts.
Okay. The Shield got punked out, but now they're sending out some of the. Now the Shield's getting into it. Oh, okay, Nakamura's there. Okay. I'm waiting for.
What's confusing? Nakamura's wearing red. What team is he on?
But where's Braun? Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh,
Never mind. Now here we go. Because I was wondering where there he is. I was like, where's the big guns? If you're going to invade SmackDown, how do you not lead with this dude?
Right, and SmackDown has nobody that's even close.
Now that Kane's on Raw, who do they got?
That's what they should have. They should have had Kane come back to SmackDown. But.
Which he is on, but they're just not acknowledging that. SmackDown is going over at Survivor Series. They usually do. Whenever they do Raw versus SmackDown kind of stuff, SmackDown usually does win. It's because they know it's the B show, so they try to beef it up. Well, if he falls off a cell, I don't think he's too scared about Braun. But Braun did survive a garbage truck.
I would be afraid of that, man.
Yeah, well, that's fair. But it's okay. The official AC. Actually, I would like to see Owens and Zayn sabotage the Raw versus SmackDown match and go to Raw. Yeah, all right. Someone else with you. Someone else with you.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Raw's going to win. SmackDown won last year. I
don't even remember Survivor Series from last year.
The last year was a good match. The main event. I like that match.
I'm not a big Survivor Series fan, like as a pay-per-view. That's just not one of my favorites of them all.
SmackDown just normally wins.
Backlash or something like that. Yeah, that's some old school shit.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. But yeah.
Raw going to win. Go home, Nakamura. You're drunk or colorblind.
Yeah.
Is he really still?
Where is he?
The show with NXT. NXT shows up, takes out Raw and SmackDown. I wish.
Ooh.
Yeah. They already screwed that up with the Nexus, so I don't have my hopes up for that one.
Yeah. But do you think somebody's
Raw should win?
Is somebody going to come out from NXT for this one to maybe help?
Who's ready? That's the thing. Who's ready to come up from NXT? They really don't. Now that Bobby Roode's up, I mean, they really don't have anyone who's ready to come up right now. I don't think.
McIntyre?
I mean, he was there already, but I don't think he's done.
He's rolling champion right now.
Yeah,
right?
But even if he loses it, I don't think he's done what he needs to do with that NXT belt yet.
Right, that's the thing. Well, if he loses it on Saturday, we'll know he's most likely coming up. That's what they like to do.
NXT would get destroyed, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we got here? Balor's here.
Why is there no SmackDown people out there?
Well, as you said, who's going to fade the Braun?
Oh yeah.
That's the answer. All right, what do we got here? Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano he is ready to come up. He's not a difference maker, but he is ready to come up. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
He is, but they'll stick him in a 205 Live or something like that. You know what I mean? They're gonna what?
What are your thoughts on China's adult entertainment films? I've never seen them. I don't want to see them. I have no interest in seeing them. That's my opinion. I don't want to watch. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
Do you? If that's your thing, good for you. But I've never watched it because I'm not interested.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
That's my opinion.
Neville could lead the invading faction. Replace Survivor Series with Starrcade. No way. Have them both.
You know what's Neville's going to bring him in? 205 Live's going to invade? Is that what it is? Come on.
I don't know. See, I think now I don't want to get into this. I don't think we really have a lot of time left. But they were talking about how peace talks have been happening with Neville. Neville was upset about his place in the Cruiserweight division because when you're on the pre-show, you make less money. And if your stuff gets cut from DVD, you don't make royalties and stuff like that. So maybe their solution to him is putting him back on the main roster. And, I wouldn't mind him as like a mid-card going for the IC belt. So maybe he would have nothing to do with 205 Live.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind seeing him back up there. Even put him against Finn Balor for a couple matches. I think that would be an unbelievable match.
Yeah, actually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they always about the same size.
And they've always worked well together.
You know what I mean? And they could just kick the crap out of each other and
Authors of Pain and Sanity to come up. That's good.
Do they need more tag teams? Right? I mean,
I say yes if we break up Sheamus and Cesaro.
But I like Sheamus and Cesaro. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe there aren't. Maybe you're right. Maybe there aren't a lot of tag teams. But it just seems like
Sheamus and Cesaro. I think what else? But where else is there for them to go at this point? They came together because they hated each other. Now they're working together. Okay, well the story's over. Okay, now they're friends. Okay, great. Now what? Who cares?
I like Sheamus and Cesaro as a team.
It's time for them to move on.
No way.
It's time for them to move on.
This could be one of those,
great
teams. Man. I think this is a great match.
American Alpha had plenty of stuff to do, and they broke them up. The Ascension, they're not doing anything with. let's look at all the tag teams they've split up. All of them I thought belonged together more than Sheamus and Cesaro.
But I don't know. I like
Cassie's...
Sheamus and Cesaro, man. I think they work well together. These two big bruising dudes. You got Cesaro that can jump off the ropes and do some high flying stuff.
But that's what I think. I think
like him. I
think a premier athlete like
Cesaro. They are the bar.
I think a premier athlete like Cesaro is someone who's missing from like SmackDown because and the other thing I realized because when you were talking about Wyatt Sin Cara and Baron Corbin doing their thing, who do they have in the mid card? I was thinking about that before we went on. Who do they have in the mid card? Who does SmackDown have in the mid card right now? They really don't have anybody. Think about it.
No, they don't.
Because the mid card for the U.S. belt was Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is now the champ, and Kevin Owens is doing his thing with Sami Zayn, and he was bumped up to, going against Shane.
Right.
So who do they really got in that middle ground? They don't really have anybody. That's probably another factor to it.
Who do you have?
They really don't. So that's what I'm saying. You're locking up these two guys, Sheamus and Cesaro, and not just the fact that I'm a huge Cesaro fan.
I don't know,
I'm just listing who else can you shelve it. You could elevate Ty Dillinger. They're not, but fine. But I'm just pointing out that they really have a weak mid-card right now in SmackDown. They don't really have anyone they're pushing as a viable contender for that U.S. belt.
Right.
You can make the argument that there's plenty of people they could, and fine. I'm just saying that they have no one at this exact moment that they're making it seem to be a number one contender for Baron Corbin's belt. So Sin Cara that's what they went with.
Yeah.
Okay. Nia is legit gorgeous in person. I can see that. She has a pretty face. I can see that.
Man.
I thought chicken and hairless gum chewing offer otter were protected.
What?
I thought a chicken and a hairless gum chewing otter were the Raw Tag Team Champions. It's talking about Sheamus and Cesaro.
Dang. I like those two together.
He's got that rooster streak.
I know. But, Cesaro, it seems like they have to pair him up with somebody.
No, I think Sheamus needs to be paired up. I think Cesaro can fly
exactly.
on his own.
They both need to be
paired
up.
No, I think Sheamus can live on his own fine.
I don't think... Wait, you think Sheamus can or Cesaro?
No, Cesaro can. I think Cesaro's
But he
fine on
hasn't.
his own. He's been in a tag team since forever.
Exactly, because they need to stick him in with somebody.
He was great when they didn't give it enough time, but Paul Heyman, when Paul Heyman was talking for him, when he was... Because and you know what, another thing, I'm tired. Brock and Heyman need to stay together. But I'm kind of tired of Heyman just having one client. I know they tried it, but, why can't Heyman have an army like Bobby the Brain Heenan?
Ooh,
that's what I'm saying. Just give me a little, just something.
Okay.
Like 2 or 3 more people. That's all I'm asking.
All right.
All right, but either way, we got to wrap this up because it's definitely past due.
It is. All right.
Okay, but hey, thank you for coming on. Thank you for bearing with us while we're trying to figure out this technology thing. Other future times will be better done. At least I'm hoping so.
Maybe get some graphics for everybody. Really get this thing up.
Yeah, this was just a test, and I think it went good as a test. I hope so.
Think so.
Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next time. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the flip side. And as always.